pretty sure like a lot of our viewers are guys. So I'm pretty sure they're looking at this like, okay, Janeen is fine as heck. Is she single?
She's not single.
Oh, sorry, boy.
She's super duper duper taken.
Now they're gonna talk bad. Now they're gonna talk bad about you. Oh, she looks crazy and stuff.
Right. No, don't
Haters.
talk about me.
No, they're not. Okay, so tell us, how long have you been with your boo?
You know, we've been together about 5 years.
Wow. So
Long,
when you
long
first started
time.
the group, that's when you kind of met him.
Yeah, well actually I met him before the group.
Yeah.
And he was the one that put the group together.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you work with him. How is that working
Oh,
with?
it's interesting. It's really interesting.
In a good way. Or
Both.
Both.
I
Yeah.
think, you know, we can get on each other's nerves because we're always together. So we like, I mean, but we're such good friends. Like we do everything together. So it's a good and a bad. Like sometimes you need that space to say, okay, so you can miss each other because we never get a chance
Yeah.
to. But working together, like he's my biggest supporter and I'm his. So, you know,
What
we
does
kind of
he
push
do?
each other.
What does he do for you?
He actually is the president of the label that
Oh,
the
wow.
independent label we're signed to. It's
Okay.
his label, and he put the group together. But he's an A&R for RCA Records.
Okay.
So he works. His mentors like Mark Pitts, and he's like a master genius when it comes to music. Just the ability to take a songwriter and a producer and put them together to know that that's the best combination to make a hit.
Right.
You know, so he's taking part in like Love in This Club. He wrote on that. He put that together. Get It Shorty, One Chance, Look at Her. Back in the day, yeah. Chris Brown, he did A&R. Chris Brown, Usher, he helped this.
And
this
he's a
last album.
celebrity too, right? Because wasn't he in a group, like a big group?
He was in a group too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sing one of the songs.
No.
She doesn't really say.
No.
Okay, what's one
He
of
was
the songs?
he was in a group, Subway, back in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
This little game that we played with 702, that was probably the biggest hit they had.
And I can't remember the words right now.
And Fire, that was the biggest, the other hit. So he said that he felt like he went through that so he could know how to deal with artists today because, you know, they did really well and then, you know, just problems with the boys being boys,
Yeah.
15, 16 years old, they fell apart. So
Okay.
Where did you meet him?
I met him like 3 months after I got to Atlanta.
So how did y'all meet?
Oh, in the club.
I mean,
You
see,
can
it'll
meet
work.
a man in the club.
And
It just
see,
depends on under what circumstance.
That's so crazy because everybody wants to say that's the bad place to
Yeah,
meet a
yeah.
guy.
No, I mean, in my case, no, you're fine. In my case, it was funny because this shows his personality so well. Knowing him today, this is hilarious. It's always hilarious to me how we met. But I was literally standing there. I didn't really want to be in the club. I'm like over it, you know. I'm kind of over Atlanta at this point. And I had just gotten here, but I'm sitting there.
That's an easy
Right.
thing to do.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, I guess staring out into the, you know, I'm in the VIP area and I'm staring out into like to the dance
Wait, what
floor.
club was you at?
It was Gold Room,
Oh, wow.
but at
Before
the time
Gold Room
it
was
was
Gold Room.
what was it called?
It was Gold Room, but it
Oh.
was another Gold Room.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it was Gold Room, and we were. I was standing there, and I'm looking like out into the dance floor, and all of a sudden this guy comes in my view, and like, "Are you looking at me?" And I'm like, "No."
No.
Like with an attitude, like, "Boy, please, who are you?" He was like, "Oh, I thought you was looking at me." Okay, so he walked off, right? So we're outside in the parking deck, and I guess he's walking to his car, and I told my friend, I said, "That's the guy that thought I was looking at him inside the club." And I was like, "I'm finna mess with him." I said, "Roll your window down," because he was on her side. So she rolled the window down. I was like, "Hey, cutie, what's up? I'm looking at you now." And he started laughing and came up to my side, started cracking jokes, and the rest is history.
That's so crazy. So you was the aggressor.
I was.
Kind of, yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Because you
It's like I was
started and
playing
then
with
your
them.
attitude and then you went back.
Right. It's like I was playing with him because I thought it was the funniest thing that he would think that I was staring at him in the club. Like,
And maybe
But
that's
knowing
his
him
line.
now,
That was his line, right?
it was his line. I mean, but he says that he really thought I was looking at him. But I'm like, well, why would you walk up to me and say that? Like, that was the cockiest thing in the world. But now knowing, like, I had no idea who he was or what he'd done or anything. But now knowing his history is like, oh,
That's
that
so
makes
funny. It
sense.
was like
Why do you
meant to
think I'm
be
looking at
kinda-
you?
Right.
Yeah.
Guess so, you know.
So, what advice do you have for single ladies who are looking for somebody and they want to like find somebody? Like, where should they go? How should they approach the guy? Like,
Well, I'd say stop looking first because I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking. Like, it just kind of crept up on me. Bless you. She didn't like that. She didn't like that. But I mean, if you are in a place where you're ready to date and you just really can't find anybody,
eHarmony?
I know. I thought about it online. Match.com.
you know what's crazy is that's probably most of the problem nowadays is that's everything is online. You don't really go anywhere to meet anybody anymore.
True.
But I think it's just about the way that you're approached or the conversation. Like, you can feel a certain vibe. You know that if you're in a club and a guy's just, you're drunk and a guy's just trying to take you home, that's not somebody you want to meet. You know, that's when I think meeting somebody in the club goes wrong.
Yes.
But if it's a situation like the situation I had and it was such a fun and like laughable situation and we're talking outside, like that's when the number exchange happened because we were able to see each other's personalities and stuff. But, you know, advice? Like I said, you just have to kind of be yourself and not be looking for it. Just if it happens, it happens.
So it's gonna just come.
It just comes, man. And you know what though? You have to keep an open mind though, because
Sometimes you don't want to
everything you think that you want, or you think that physically, especially that you think that you want, sometimes you got to give it somebody else a chance outside of that, because you may never know what they can bring to the table or what type of personality they have. And most of the time, us girls, we want what's not good for us.
All
Bad
the time.
boys.
We want the bad boys. So when you step outside of that and give something else a chance, then you never know.
So your boo is not one of the
Step
bad
outside
boys.
your box.
Ah!
Yeah.
So your boo is not a bad boy. Or is he?
I mean, he was tameable.
Okay.
So no matter what he did in his past,
He ain't doing that now.
yeah.
Extra locked down. You don't see one without the other. And if you think you're gonna see one, she right behind like, okay,
Excuse me.
were you looking at us? Oh, okay, I was just wondering.
That was good. That was good. That was good. Now he has a really good heart. He's a really good guy, you know, underneath it all. So no matter what, when you find that core, you know that you can work with it, because everybody comes with their thing, their shit. But you gotta know what you can and can't deal with. And when you find somebody that has the main attributes and those characteristics that you're looking for somebody, if you're trying to be with them long term, then you stick with it, you know?
What are those attributes you are looking for?
Oh, loyalty, big on that. Caring, giving, God-fearing, very spiritual person. Just has the capability to love and fight for what they want and what they feel like is important.
Any babies? Anytime soon?
No.
I'm just waiting on my wedding invitation. Because
Me
I
too,
know it's
girl.
going to be somewhere tropical.
girl. I'm waiting on mine,
And
too.
I just want my feet to be in the sand. Just waiting
Just waiting.
for Janeen.
She's gonna wear something so crazy.
I gotta grow my size out before I get married, though.
Whoa, that's your style.
This can't be my wedding pictures.
Why not?
I don't know. That's another conversation. I haven't really thought that through yet. We shall see.